Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. Today is Wednesday, March 21st, 2018. It's vlog number 79. And, I'm tired again this morning. My, sleep pattern has yet to yet to catch up with, me this week. I can't speak this morning. My sleep pattern is messed up from last week. So, about 2 hours ago at work, started feeling sleepies, getting those off. I haven't felt that way in a while I haven't felt that way since I started working nights. So, hopefully I'll be able to get back into the groove of things, but I'll make this a short vlog today so I can get home and get to bed. I guess it's kind of a good thing that, because up until last week, I'm noticing when I go home from work, I'm not tired at all. And so, a lot of times I don't go to bed right away, and I'm up for 2 hours afterwards and whatnot. And so that can kind of cause me to sleep till later in the day. I got home from work yesterday. I went to bed pretty much right away, and I woke up within a pretty reasonable hour. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's pretty reasonable for me because normally over the weeks I've been waking up 4:30 and stuff. Sometimes even a little later. It kind of sucks for that because it kind of wastes my day. So hopefully I go up today, I'll get enough sleep and wake up within a reasonable hour again. But I'm also hoping that tonight at work I'm not quite this tired when I'm leaving. What else? I have to really stop shopping for gadgets. I have a really bad habit. I look at random things that are cool in the realm of tech and especially photography related. Most of it, 99% of it is stuff I don't need. I just want because it's cool. Just a little while ago, I found this one thing. It's called a tech board or something. No, I might be wrong on that. It's a little board that it interfaces with Adobe Lightroom, and it has all kinds of knobs and buttons and sliders and wheels that you use when you adjust when you're editing photos. And it's really cool. It has pretty much every button you could ever imagine, all logically placed out, all spaced out. And man, that would be super useful for Lightroom. $250. Yeah. $250. That's something I can probably invest in once I start making money at photography. So I added it to my wish list. Another thing I added to my wish list, which I've always kind of wanted just to kind of play around with, and I've always wanted to kind of maybe make one for myself. Just had I saw all kinds of DIY tutorials online. As a slider, a camera slider. Because I always wanted to do cool time lapse or even just regular sliding footage of things. Just because I think that'd be cool to have. I think that's a side project I'll work on over the next couple months. Oh God! Excuse me. That's a big yawn. Maybe I'll look at one of those tutorials and go to Lowe's, get some parts, and start building me something. I definitely want to make it so it's motorized, so I don't have to hand slide it myself. I keep seeing ones that are belt driven, which look kind of cool, but probably pretty simple and a lot cheaper. But one I found a while ago, and I can't find it again, is a camera slider that uses like a long screw that goes the whole length of the thing to drive it. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having something like that. Because at least with that, I think it's a little more sturdier than like a belt driven, something with like rubber belts that those belts can, stretch and tear out, wear out. And I think with a screw driven, that might be the best way to go. But I have to find that tutorial again, so I can know what the hell parts I'm looking for. I mean, these things, sliders you can buy online too, but like, they range anywhere from not so cheap to really not so cheap to really fucking expensive. So I'm all about, not spending money if I don't have to. That's why I'm in my favorite lenses right now that I use. I keep switching to because I like the results. Is a Rokinon 85mm. I got that lens for free, but I love that lens. But I do want to replace it because it doesn't have autofocus, and I'm missing way too many shots focus-wise than I'm getting. And it sucks to miss focus on certain shots that I'm like, wow, that looks cool. Oh shit, I missed focus. So a lot of times I am keeping some of the shots that I do slightly miss a focus on, but I have to reject a lot more that I would want to keep if they were in focus. So I want there's a Sony equivalent kind of. It's definitely gonna be a lot sharper and a lot better, and autofocus. Need some autofocus. Because another thing with my Rokinon that a lens, I love the lens. It has really bad chromatic aberrations. If you don't know what that is, that's certain parts, especially around like certain highlighted areas of a subject, or certain contrasted areas where you'll get like purple or green fringing, depending on the angle to the light it is. And Lightroom and like Photoshop, you can kind of clean that up. They have like tools to kind of like automatically clean that up and stuff, or you can like move some sliders to clean it. But it can actually affect other parts of your image in a way you don't want. Like for example, I remember I was adding one where I was getting rid of some purple fringe, but because it's like purplish reddish haze, when I got rid of it, it did it to the whole picture, and there were parts in the character, in the person I was shooting, they say like a lipstick area that had like a reddish hue too. It like affected that too. So all of a sudden their lips had like a weird like gray line into it, because that's pretty much what it does. It just kind of like puts a negative line through it or something. I don't know exactly what it does, but I was like, oh, that looks terrible. Like, do I want to keep the chromatic aberration, keep the lips done, or what do I do with this? That's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I would definitely want a sharper lens with, autofocus. But like that Sony lens, it doesn't have as wide of aperture as my Rokinon. My Rokinon is 1.4, the Sony's 1.8, which is not that big a difference, considering it's a pretty long lens. You're not going to be really noticing the difference at all, hardly. In terms of depth of field and the amount of light it's getting. However, it is like a $550 lens. That's fucking expensive for me right now. I can afford it. Don't get me wrong. I can buy it right now if I want to. But it's just an added expense that, I kind of told myself at the beginning of this year, when I'm starting my, to ramp up my photography, I don't really want to be spending that much money on my photography itself until I start making money on it. And any money I make on it can go back into the photography. And I think that's a good way to kind of go about it. But so far, I'm not making any money at it yet. So, yeah. I need to do a lot of catching up with editing. Let me just tell you that. I'm doing a little bit of editing on a picture last night, but I got all kinds of photo shoots to catch up on. It's a pain in the ass. And I have another shoot this weekend. The one that's postponed from last Sunday to this Sunday. I want to try to get some kind of Easter shoot going. I don't know what kind, but just some kind of themed Easter shoot just for the hell of it. I don't give a shit about Easter, but I think that'd be a cute thing to put out. At any rate, I said this vlog was going to be short, but now it's 10 minutes long, almost 11. So I'm going to end it here because I have nothing else to really ramble about. So I will talk to y'all later. Everybody have a good day, and I love you.